Absolutely.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I know we're getting close to time, um, and I want to respect your time, but I always like to end with this question. And it could be about starting out or currently. But if you could give our audience one piece of advice that you wish you had, again, either when you first started or now, what would that be?
So I think, and this is going to be kind of like a few layers, so I
No,
apologize,
no, you're
but
good.
um, one of the things, like looking back on, everything in my real estate career, at least, I wish I would have networked more, and not necessarily like, with lenders or title companies, like, but find mentors and find people who are going to be that positive influence on your life. Because what was huge for me, in it was either 2020 or 2021, I can't remember. I started working out with a personal trainer, and that was always important to me, but I didn't really do it consistently.
Hmm.
So for me, getting that, um, meeting her, really getting back into physical fitness, because that like boils over into your professional life so much. Like if you, and this is just my opinion, if you aren't working out and getting those endorphins and everything, this career will chew you up and spit you out. Like I just feel like you have to have that balance. So it meeting her, she also introduced me into gratitude and positive affirmations. And that was huge because it's so easy to get caught up in the negative in this career. So, focusing on what's important and what you do have already. Read like all of the books. That was huge for me last year when we started doing the book club within Clubhouse, because there were just so many things that resonated with me that I was reading in these books. And I'm just like, oh my God, yes, yes, yes. Like as I kept reading more books, I'm like, oh my God, this is so important. So that was huge for me. Surround yourself with all the good people, all the positive people, all the knowledgeable people. Do all the classes, not just the fun events and stuff you go to, but the stuff where you can learn. Um, One big thing I started doing last year was really not listening to music as much as I used to. And I listen to audiobooks. It's just constantly, you can't ever stop or plateau. You have to constantly be growing, evolving, learning. And that I think was huge. And again, it all comes back to like the structure and the schedule. I get up early, I work out, I do my gratitude, my affirmations, I read, and then I start my work day, and that allows me to have my evenings totally to myself. And again, it's all about finding the balance in this career, in my opinion. So that was huge for me. Those are the few things I would say, to a new agent or somebody thinking about it.
Yeah, and I co-sign everything that you just said. Yeah. I mean, I the only time I really listen to music in the car is if my wife's with me, right?
Mhm.
But for the most part, I'm the same way. Podcasts really for me, or being
Yeah.
on Clubhouse. Audiobooks for me don't really work if I'm driving. But you're right. Making sure you put yourself in that environment where you're around people that are going to help you grow, and part of that environment, and I believe you didn't even do a lot of reading before
No, I hated
last
it.
year. Yeah. And I
I
was the
hated
same way. I was the
it.
same way about, I don't know, 6, 5 years ago. I mean, I kind of, did a book here and there, and now it's like, boom, I'm done with one, on to the next,
Yep.
and
There's
always,
just
because your business and personally in your business it's either growing or it's dying.
yep,
Which one do
absolutely.
you want it to be,
Yep,
right? Because those are the only two choices.
yep. And there's so many people in this world who just have like a wealth of knowledge and experience, and you know they start writing these books and it's just like, holy cow, like this person knows it all. Not really, but like they know the keys to success, so
Yeah.
that was huge. Start picking up books. That was a big thing for me.
Yeah, and it's like, we don't have to invent it, right? Let's
Mm.
just copy it and follow it.
Yep.
That's all we do, right? Just copy
Yeah,
and follow.
the best copycat wins.
That's right. That's
Somebody
right.
told me that phrase once.
That's awesome. I might have to steal that one.
Yeah.
Steal that one. Well, Lindsay, I really appreciate your time today and coming on here and really, diving into your story and sharing your experience, before real estate and getting into real estate and kind of what you're doing now. Those that have been watching, can see Lindsay put her phone number down below. So, if you guys are, if you connected with Lindsay's story, if you want to reach out to her, if you're a real estate agent, reach out to her. If you are a buyer or seller, in the Medina, greater Cleveland area, make sure you guys reach out to her. She's there to help you. She's an
Absolutely.
expert real estate advisor.
Mhm.
Um, but Lindsay, if someone's just listening into the podcast, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
Definitely my cell phone. I mean, I check all social medias, but text, call, whatever works. I just, Facebook messages, I feel like sometimes get lost.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely cell phone.
give them
Um,
the digits.
yes, 440. It's so many fours, it's so easy. 440-665-4442.
Lindsay, again, I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing your story. And I'm glad that we were able to connect last January, and
Absolutely.
I can now call you my friend, and I'm
Absolutely.
excited to watch your real estate journey continue to go and grow.
Thank you. And I seriously can't thank you enough, John, because you're an amazing person. You're an amazing mentor. I I feel like I wouldn't be as successful if I honestly hadn't come in contact with you, because you just created this amazing community through Clubhouse, and it's touching so many lives. So, thank
Yeah.
you.
No, I mean, you're welcome. It takes two, right? Like one to give, and the other person needs to receive.
Yep.
Right. And I think, part of my mission is to, and this, but part of my mission is to really make an impact on our industry, because I think it's broken. I think
Yes.
it's wrong. And, um, you know, this is the type of stuff that needs to be happening, right? The conversations, like sharing the
Right.
stories, right? Talking about the struggles, talking about, the mindset behind why, I did this or, did that, or whatever the case may be. And then the best copycat wins, right? Like, there's no one is inventing new stuff in our industry, right? Like, we're all taking it from different pieces or
Yep.
things that we're learning, right? And yeah, there's maybe something new here and there, but it's not like anything's like poof, like, oh, this is the
Right.
best thing ever, like.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, it takes two, right? And that's why I always tell agents, like, surround yourself with people that are going to show you exactly what they did to be successful,
Yep.
right? And have that growth mindset. And then hopefully, you on the other end, if you guys are listening or watching, like, you on the other end are open to receiving that information.
Absolutely. So important,
Yeah.
for sure.
Awesome, Lindsay. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. And I know you're up in the snow belt area. So I know you guys got pummeled with snow here recently. So
I'm going to Florida in 2 days.
there
I'm
you go.
done.
There
I'm
you
done
go.
with this place.
She's out. All right, Lindsay. Thank you again.
Thanks again, John.